Right, earlier today, me and my good friend Eddie, we went to Kings Park Skate Park so that I could try out my new Lithe deck, and we recorded a bunch of clips, and well, here they are. Roll the clips. What was that trick?
It was a trick. Oh shit! Yeah. Oh. Oh shit.
Ah! I want to try. Oh, I want to try the bowl, but it's still there.
Ball. I shall be sacrificed in the struggle. Get that line. Get that line. Oh my puss. Got it. Fuck.
Really, I failed doing that. Ah! Too slow.
At least you landed.
That's what I mean. Like, I can land it that slow. I just didn't that time.
Yeah. Yep. Push on the box. Then too far forward. It's good for the vids though. Skate all right. There you go. Oh shit, there you go.
I don't have with the hill flip. I literally landed like this.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Consistency is key.
I've landed this moving like 5 times, and I landed it standing like 8 times.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I think I'm not popping enough.
Nah, I don't hear you popping, so.
There we go.
You didn't even pop though.
Yeah, it's not a pop. I'm this. Oh, so close, please. Just...
Toe touch.
I know. There we flipping go. Okay, flip.
Sketchy.
That wasn't sketchy. It would have counted. No heels or toes touched the ground, not in my hands. Let's try.
It's because your ball's really grippy, so.
Yeah, look at my shoes.
It's fresh. Oh shit!
Don't do that. You don't want to do it. Quiet.
Silence in the skate park, please.
Huh?
Silence in the skate park, please.
Yeah. Silence!
That was almost a double flip.
That was so perfect though.
Oh, just do kick flip, late flip. Kick flip and late
You
flip.
try like late flip.
Kick flip.
Ow! My...
Sponsored by Santa Cruz.
This is like what happens when you film. I do crap.
Oh my pussy.
There we go. That was
Shit, oh shit, oh shit. Yes, daddy. Your boot. You filmed on the wrong side. Cause you like that booty too much. Got the slap.
I want to do that and then pivot it to ride my bike.
Oh yeah, I agree.
I might even pivot. What has happened, Eddie? Explain.
Your bearing
First
has
of all,
exploded like a little.
my my thing came out of my bearing, and then this is my bearing cover, completely mangled, and then my bearing's fully broken. Like there's balls all over the place, and then there's the centre bit, so I'm kind of dead.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. No one here has any bearings, or at least they won't tell me if they do. Right. So, my first impressions on my new Lithe deck. I'm just going to go over the things that stood out to me most because I honestly can't remember everything and I don't have it written down anywhere. So I'm just going to tell you straight off the bat the things that stood out to me the most having stepped on it and skated it. First experience was that my ollie was really rather low because of the I don't know if it's because I was used to my Baker deck where it would like pop like there or like there, and this one pops like here. That makes quite a big difference when you're ollieing. I don't know if it was that, like the difference. Maybe it was the difference for me, like just for my feeling, or maybe it was the board itself didn't have good pop. But that's the first initial thought I had, was that there's not enough travel there so you can actually get a good pop. And also another thing I kind of pointed out was that I looked at was that the plastic on the end is probably a little bit softer than wood, which also means that you get like not as sharp, not as big pop. That is something that they did think about in version 2.0 of this board. It's said to basically have harder plastic on the end. However, once I got used to it, and once like I wore it down a little bit. You can see the thin, I guess I would call it a veneer of plastic over the end. It kind of got its pop, or maybe, and I'm thinking it's either that I got used to it, or that they designed it with that in mind, that it would wear down, and then you'd get to like the good bit where you'd have quite a bit of space for a nice pop on the plastic. So I got a weird like feeling from this when I was trying to ollie and do like pop tricks and kickflip, heel flip, etc. But that may be just down to the fact that my pop isn't very good, or my ollies aren't very good, and that's something that I will have to see in the future. Now the wear on this deck, as I said earlier, it seems that the first sort of wooden veneer had come off, and now we're seeing the plastic, which I was kind of a bit worried at first, but then I just thought to myself, like, the way this pops, it's always popping. The way I thought about it is that, like, say for example, if you have an edge like this, if you try and sand here, the first bit is obviously going to be really easy because it's very, very like a small area. But then as you go further in and you create more of the angle, it's a lot harder to sand, and basically skating and popping, and it's basically like sanding your tail. So I'm thinking now that the plastic is exposed on this board, it will last a lot longer than initially. But yeah, I will bring you a follow-up video in about, I don't know, like in terms of the board's wear, I will bring that in, I don't know, about a month's time. Because after a month, like a board, you'd like use your tail and your nose if you skate like a lot, which is what I'm doing at the moment. But yeah, I mean, then again, looking at it this way, it doesn't seem that the actual deck itself has gotten much thinner. It's just that this wood has worn away and it's exposed some of the plastic. So that's what I'm thinking. But yeah, that's my those are my thoughts so far on this. Yeah, I'll bring a follow-up video in about a month's time for the board, and I hope to see you then. See ya.